Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, I want to talk to you about a key question that many of you have basically shared, that you're not comfortable with where you are. So the question is, are you comfortable with where you are? And if you're not, why not? Well, obviously this week led to a lot of those why nots. Number one, we had on Tuesday an over 1,200 point plunge of the Dow Jones after the supposed reduction of inflation that's supposedly coming or should have came actually increased inflation. Just like I've talked about, the Inflation Reduction Act is going to raise inflation, not lower it. And we're already seeing that before the full act is in place. Well, I want to talk to you about safe risk, and I want to talk to you about safe income. Because many of you reached out and said, Chuck, what do you do, right? It seems like the market's losing every day. I think of a client we met with out of the great state of Colorado, Cindy, and she said, you know what, I feel like I'm starting all over. I was ready to retire, and I think I was positioned to retire really well prior to COVID. But now I just lost $100,000 in my retirement savings accounts just in the last 30 days. And many of you have shared something very similar along those lines. Like, it seems like the market's losing every day. What do? We know taxes are going up. Inflation's getting worse. Well, with all that negative, folks, here's the things that you can do. And I'm going to be teaching this Tuesday at retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. And I want to give you some peace of mind. Imagine more financial success, less stress, less worry, and tax-free and market risk-free retirement. In other words, a safe retirement. So safe risk and safe income. So what I mean by that, so the acronym SAFE, and I've taught a lot about this in my books, but more than particular than any time I can remember now, it has huge relevance, is the S in SAFE stands for secure from losses. And number one thing you can do is secure your money from losses, whether that's losses to the market, right, or obviously losses to inflation or taxes. But let's stay focused on just stop losing to the market. And I want to teach you how you can do that without giving up what you can make. And one of those I'll be teaching has actually averaged over 16% for the last 10 years, taking no downside risk. Second, the A in SAFE is annual inflation protection. Inflation is the name of the game right now, folks, that is just pulverizing people's retirement potential and hurting them. And I want to teach you what you can do to make sure, like the safe income example that we've been teaching and helping clients with, where for your future income, it's guaranteed to grow 7.2%, guaranteed 7.2% to stay in check with this runaway inflation so that you have a fighting chance instead of some of you saying, well, I'm in cash, I'm scared. What about just getting far better than cash returns? Because those returns have averaged, again, for income purposes, 7.2%, far better than cash. But it's guaranteed for the income that you can take in the future in that 5 to 6% range that you'll be able to pull from for the rest of your life without a market debacle. So the inflation, so secure from losses, annual inflation protected. Many of you, your favorite topic, right, especially this time of the year with taxes due in October for extension, free from taxation. Get your money free from taxation. So not only protected from the market, but protected from the government. And then the E in SAFE stands for easy to manage. So having the security from losses, having the annual inflation protection, and having the freedom from no longer facing unnecessary taxes makes things far easier and gets you the ability to get your retirement safe. Folks, I'll teach this coming Tuesday. You've worked hard for your money. Let's get to work. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. Two things to keep in mind. How do you protect yourself, and what can you control today? Well, protecting no longer losing on the income that you need for the amount of assets that need to be carved out to have a guaranteed no loss to the market and have a guaranteed income is something I'll teach you. And this isn't like traditional annuities. These are things that are at the forefront of what the top institutional money managers are using. The other is how to have safe risk. So you have no downside risk, but you have unlimited growth, which has averaged the last 10 years over 16%. Now, less tax, less loss, if not eliminating loss, and ideally teaching you how to eliminate both, tax-free and market risk-free. You've worked hard for your money. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.